All right, so moving on. We're back to this picture here. We're gonna grab one of these images to start with to get us going. The first picture we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and grab this picture of the beach. It's called Trash at Beach. If you click on it, it's gonna open it up. And then what I want you to do is press, you have to make sure that you're using Google Chrome for your browser. If you're using Internet Explorer, you're not going to have the same experience. You got to make sure you're using Google Chrome for your browser. If not, you're going to want to go ahead and use Google Chrome to do this. Right click on the picture, right? I use the right mouse button, copy image, copy it. Once you copy it, you're going to go to Photoshop. So we're going to go back to Photoshop. This document that we just worked on, we're done with it. We're finished. We're going to go ahead and just close it right here. We're not going to save it. We don't need to save this. Don't worry about it. And then don't worry about the other things that I have here. You don't have to worry about it. Go to File, New. You're going to call this Assignment01, and then your name. That's it. You're not going to change anything else on here. Then just go ahead and click OK. Then what I'd like you to do is hold Control on your keyboard. You're going to hold the Control key on your keyboard. Let me see if I can get a picture of a keyboard. There you go. Right there. Hold that Control key. And then just press the letter V just once. And when you do that, it's going to paste the picture of the beach. The next thing we're going to do is something called duplicating our layer. I'm going to go here where it says Layer 1. I'm going to press Control, and I'm holding Control down, and I'm just going to press J really quick. So you'll notice I have two copies now. I can click on both of them. What I'd like you to do next is change the name of the bottom one. Double click on it and call it Original. And then this one, on the top, I'm going to double click on the name. Now, if you accidentally do something else, just click away, try it again, double click on the name. I'm going to call this Cleanup. Go ahead and hide the eyeball on the first one. Hide the eyeball on that one. That means we won't see that layer. And then go ahead and click on Clean Up. If you don't click on Clean Up, nothing will happen. So make sure you click on Clean Up, and then let's get started. We're going to use this tool called the Spot Healing Brush. Go ahead and select it. If you hold your left mouse button down, you will see this option. The next thing I want you to do is press the caps lock key on your keyboard. Go over here. Let me show you. Right here. See that caps lock key? If you press it, something happens. So I want you to keep that in mind. So look, I'm going to zoom in. If I press the caps lock key, it turns into this weird shape, a crosshair. I don't want that. I want a circle. So I'm going to go back to my keyboard. And another one I want you to know are these bracket keys next to the Enter key, this left bracket and this right bracket. Those let you change the size of the circle. So I'm going to go back to Photoshop. And I press the caps lock key. It becomes a minus, or it becomes a crosshair. Caps lock key changes it. Let's take a look at this trash. It looks a little too big for the circle, so I'm going to press the bracket keys, those little keys I showed you earlier. Press them, and it gets bigger. And then go ahead and click, and you'll notice it disappears. Now, if you have any issues, just make sure that your mode is set to normal up here on the very top of the program. Also, on the side, make sure that Cleanup is selected. Continuing on. So I have this cup here. I'm going to make the circle just a little bit bigger and clean it up. And all I'm doing is changing the brush size left and right on the little bracket key to change it. And I'm painting it. So what I'd like you to do for this assignment is go ahead and clean up the entire location. You do not want to cheat. You don't want to just all of a sudden just brush really big. That's not the right way to do it. That's the wrong way to do this. What you want to do is clean up each section slowly and adjust the brush size as you need to. Hold the space bar down. You can use that to move around if you need to. But for the most part, just clean everything up. And after you're done cleaning up, you can go ahead and clean the trash can out. What I'm going to do is make the circle even bigger and click on there. And you normally don't do that, but you'll notice that the trash is already gone. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some text onto here. You're going to add text right here, and you're going to call this Beach Cleanup. Okay, and then you're going to go hit the check mark, and you're done. So that's the assignment I'm asking you to do. Now we're going to save our work and continue on. So here we go. Go to File, Save As. You're going to go ahead and click on Desktop. I'm going to change this. I'm going to just add period 5 here, so I know it's from period 5. And then hit Save. So I'm going to leave it as a Photoshop file. I'm going to hit Save. And it's going to ask me to do something else. We have to save it twice. I want you to save your work twice. File, Save As, and this time you're going to save it as a JPEG. Go to Photoshop, go to JPEG, and then it's no longer a Photoshop file, it's a JPEG, and hit Save. Okay. Set that to 8, click OK, and you're done. Now go back to your, you can go ahead and close this file. There's an X right here. Don't close Photoshop, close that. Go ahead and go to the file we were working on earlier, Photoshop Practice Assignment. Go back to this document, go to Insert, Image, and then you're going to click Choose an Image to Upload, and then you're going to go ahead and select the beach example that we did. You see Assignment01 period 5. Click on that, click Open. And then you're going to see your image show up once it's done uploading. Right there. That's assignment number 1. So the next video is going to show you assignment number 2.